All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another DC Worlds Collide video. This is Mr. Squirrel, as always. Glad to have you here. So, I want to bring this up for everyone so they know moving forward what's happening. You may have noticed that Cyborg's banner has a 0 pity. I actually recorded a video, and then I'm going to have to delete that video. But I'm going to make this video a should you summon, as well as an update on the banner and whether or not what's happening right now. So I do appreciate this communication, as well as I think, people are a little frustrated this week. I was frustrated this week. But something did happen that I'm actually gives me a little bit of hope. In the sense that I hope this continues to happen. So I'm going to say this to Abito, who is the DC Worlds Collide, one of the lead developers. He was in the Discord and talking with people. Unfortunately, I didn't get to be there. I was just working. I just got back from work anyways. So I read through what was going on. I do want to give a shout out, Obito. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Obito. I'm hopefully, correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry. This is actually what I want to see, is that we should be seeing the main team talking with us, asking us questions. He, like the pity, there was an issue that happened and he's talking with the team and he said, okay, so you all should know what's up. So, hey all, so I found out what happened and I'm able to confirm the live event team that worked on Cyborg. The Cyborg banner starting at 0 for the Legendary Pity and Epic is indeed not a bug, but something that should have been communicated beforehand. Yes, it should. We'll talk about that in a minute. Going forward, we will have a separate tracker for the guarantee of new characters and rerun characters. Okay, this needs to be indicated somewhere else. You need it like it should look different. This is to prevent issues like when we had Deathstroke and Peacemaker banner running at the same time. What this means is that our Cyber banner will start at 0, but the next time we do a rerun banner, we will inherit the counter from Cyborg. So your guaranteed counter for Aquaman will not be lost. It will be for the next character banner that when they come out. The list of different limited time banners are as follows: new epic characters, Judo Master, etc. New legendary characters, Aquaman, rerun epic characters, Mara Raven, real legendary Cyborg, Deathstroke, etc. Special block. I apologize for the confusion. We should have announced this before Cyber, but it was out, but the information slipped through the cracks. Okay, so this is a couple things that I do want to talk about. I want to. Okay, hold on. I need to turn on my light real quick. Okay. I know the community is going to be up in arms about this. I get it. But I also want to highlight that they're trying. And I know people are going to be like, well, blah, 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 blah. Like, on this channel, failing is our first attempt in learning, right? And yes, have people made mistakes? I am someone that I hate when people harp on mistakes. And if people try, I think we must always give the benefit of the doubt. I think this world needs patience. And not to just jump down someone when they make a mistake. Was I frustrated earlier this week? Yeah, I was. And I think they need to remedy that mistake. I think they need to compensate for this as well. 10 summons, 10 sets. Give us 10 sets. We call it a day. I think the team needs to stop being scared of a little bit of compensation. Maybe 5 sets, 5, 10, whatever. 5. I don't care. Give a couple sets. What's it going to hurt you? 10s in the grand scheme of things ain't going to do squat. You say, hey, we're sorry. We should have communicated that to you. That is a blunder on our part. Here's 10 summons. Sorry about that. Do you know how many, people say, okay, thanks for letting us know. And we move on. Second thing. So I'm not going to harp on this. And I don't think it is something that we should harp on. I think it should be a point that they address, give us a little bit of compensation for it, because again, that is, I think, a slightly even 5, just a small compensation, devs. When a mistake happens, it's important. Like if I make a mistake with like a student's grade, it's my job to fix it. And then I'm saying, hey, I totally understand. I take no point. I give, if let's just say a kid turned something in late and it was my mistake of the grade, I take the blunder, not the kid, right? Same thing has to happen here. Devs take the little bit of blunder, give a little bit of compensation, and we call it a day. Right. But the thing that I really want to highlight is Alito's in chat with the Discord. This is amazing. Like, this is truly wonderful. Like, this is what we have wanted. The devs are sitting there and talking with us. If you spent maybe 30 minutes a day at the end of your day and just sat on the Discord and talked with the players, oh my God, do you know how much that would change? Like, even the general feeling in the Discord is so much more positive because we're sitting there with one of the developers and they're talking with us. And it's like being heard is so important. Devs, please continue to do this. Obito, mad props to you. I want to give mad props to you. Thank you for doing this. I appreciate this, and I think it shouldn't take, like, guys, I stay a couple minutes after with my kiddos to check in on them. It really doesn't hurt to spend 15, 20 minutes, like not even a long time. Spend a couple minutes, just chat with the Discord. I mean, if I know you're going to do that, I'm going to hop in the Discord. Do you know how many people will hop in the Discord and just chat with you? We all just want to hear about, we love this game. I love this game. This is my favorite game. I love this game. I will support you as long as we don't feel like we're on an island doing something, like just by ourselves. And this is great. Thank you for doing this, Obito. And the people watching this, I'm not a shill for a company. I literally just released a scathing video a couple days ago. I'm not shilling. What I am doing is not jumping down people's throats when mistakes happen and acknowledging that they're trying. Please, Obito, if you just do this for 15 minutes, maybe every other day, I know you guys are busy. I try to do this on my breaks. I try to sit with my chat on my Discord. It's harder than I know. But maybe a couple minutes every other day and just answer some questions. Dude, you will literally change just that. And then you engage the community. You listen to them. I mean, you don't have to listen to everything, but like, just people want to make sure their voices aren't being falling on deaf ears. And so I'm just going to say, please continue to do this. It was really refreshing to see that you're engaging with a Discord. There was a couple other things they were talking about. Where was it? So let me see if I can find it. Okay, feedback on dampen is heard loud and clear. Our intention is not to lock people out of playing. So they're trying to address the issue with dampen in the league battles, the final battle. And then here, this is like, one of the things he was also talking a little bit about is they're talking about also acquiring, characters and wanting rerun banners. And I think this is a step in the right direction. I really want to emphasize, I do appreciate him being in the Discord and chatting with people. I know I just keep saying this over and over and over again, but it's so very important that you do this. One thing I'm going to mention is I'm going to make this just a should you summon to. We'll do this as the second part. So that's the first part of this video. Let's go to the second part. Okay, so with the pity reset for now rerun characters. Again, this should look different, y'all. Like Obito, I would change how this looks. Tell the marketing team they need to change how this looks. It's very confusing. Reruns and featured should look different. They should be differentiated so we don't get confused. Because then what constitutes a rerun? Well, I mean, maybe it's just any characters already in the game that maybe, I don't know. Well, you guys are the marketing people, you figure it out. Should you summon? I don't think so. I'm going to be real with y'all. Is he good on the debuff team? He's very good on the debuff team. But it's a very, very, very specific comp you'd need to run to maximize color advantage. And that would be, you'd run 4 blue, 1 green, which is going to be Grodd. If you're running Cyborg, the team you'd kind of run is Grodd. So hold on. It's Grodd, Lex, Sinestro, Raven, Cyborg. Because you want to go 4 blue, 1 green. It'll be really good in terms of trying to get the team built up, like making sure they have enough HP and attack. But at the same time, I actually like the Batman slash what's the other version? Batman slash John Stewart version of it. With Grodd, and I think that team's actually really good, and you get a lot more debuffs, and Batman just does a ton more damage. I'd actually prefer running Raven, Batman, Sinestro in the back than Cyborg. I don't really like Cyborg's ult. And I know people are gonna be like, well, you should just save, he could get buffed in the future. I'm like, yeah, he probably will get buffed. But that might not be for a very long time. Like, we might not see buffs for like 2 months. And there are other teams I could be running. I'm not waiting on a character for 2 months to get a buff. I would personally just rather wait for like Supergirl, or any other character. And the last thing I do want to say, so again, do I think you should summon? Nah, I think Raven's just a better version of him right now. And just because he needs a lot to get invested in, I would just rather run Raven because I like the revive more. The last thing, and this is a point for the devs, I don't think this was a character to release right now. I think in the future you probably should have released either Supergirl, Bride, or Hal. Those are the 3 that people are looking for. You also, Supergirl just got, with Aquaman, got a team. Bride just got a buff. She should have been the one running right now. I guarantee you would have gotten more people to summon if Bride was released right now. Maybe it's not a good idea because people don't seem to be the happiest right now. But I do want to call attention to this, that we're seeing more communication. And I appreciate that. And then lastly, I do think that or Hal, because you just buffed the Green Lantern team. Now, you could also save Hal for when you inevitably, which will probably be in the somewhat near future, run a Green Lantern leader team synergy. I think there's like one epic team synergy Green Lantern, and that team is good to go. Like seriously, y'all, like this team is on the precipice of being insanely broken. It just needs a really good team synergy support character, and ooh la la. That team is gonna like just give us a tactical support tactical support team synergy based character that can maybe like remove debuffs or something and has a really amazing team synergy for just Green Lanterns. Ooh la la. Who knows though? We'll see what happens. But overall, I appreciate Obito stepping in, having Discord, chatting with everyone. It is greatly appreciated. I appreciate I don't think you should summon that Cyborg banner. And then thirdly, I do think that there was a better character release at this given point in time, but it's not the end of the world if you're going to start doing more common rerun banners. If reruns become more common and this is the start of them, then this is actually, I think, okay. It's a good starting point for these kind of banners. It's nice to know though, and I want to bring everyone's attention to this. The reruns and the new characters are on 2 separate pities. I really do think that they should be like connotated differently, or there should be very clearly distinguished, because in its current form, it's not they look like the same thing. I don't know. Personally, I think they should be distinguishable. Okay, folks, I really hope this helps everyone. And as always, remember, failing is just your first attempt at learning.